Hello and welcome to this Labor Day episode of Kennedy Saves the World. Jimmy and I are going to our own professional funeral, so we're dressed very nicely.
I know, it's just like the worst barbecue attire. This isn't staying on, just so we're clear. But it's
You're
funny.
going to be covered in rib sauce in about 20 minutes.
But it's so funny because, like, you do run in here on Labor Day to tape something, but you don't plan what you'll have at your disposal.
No.
Like, we're not dressed for Labor Day.
No, absolutely not.
We have failed the American people.
No, it's like there's like these tack-on little silvery beads that are very like punk rock Elvis.
We look like the Hollywood Foreign Press, but like Hollywood.
Hello, Mrs. Julia Roberts. I would like to know, how does it feel getting the Best Actress nomination for
us.
you?
And I'm just taking pictures. Click, 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 click. Happy Labor Day.
Olaf, thank you.
There it is.
So, Jim, I was thinking about our Labor Day conversation, and my children already accuse me of being like a grandma, and my 19-year-old thinks it's really funny to every week I'm going to be like, I'm pregnant. Does that scare you? And I'm like, no, because I know I would have to raise the baby, so I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, it's like,
But they're like, you're almost a grandma. I'm like, don't say that. Like, no, you don't want that. Like, I don't mind it. Like, just it's one more on the pile. I'd have a great time with a baby.
Something to do. Good action.
No, and you can ask Jenny. Like, when you're late 40s, early 50s, like, you would be an amazing mom because you would put up with absolutely nothing.
Yep.
And you know all the good stuff to throw
you know
down.
how to do it now.
Yeah, absolutely right.
That's one of the challenges, though, is like, I feel like I was raised pretty well, but a lot of the techniques are illegal. You know what I mean? It's like
they're coming back on Instagram.
They are, though. Like,
I was just watching this stuff. Like, there's this whole movement. Gentle parenting doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't.
And it's like, when Lincoln and my girls were little, it was all gentle parenting.
Yeah.
It's just like, maybe we can make a better choice, as opposed to Gen X's. Gen Xers were raised like, get the off.
Desert Storm, shock and awe. That's how it went down. Yeah, I got roughed up a lot, and there's a lot of value in that. And in the whole peace through strength thing, no, it does matter. If your kid is taught consequence at an early age, it's a compass for them that really serves them well later in life. So I'll tell you one that happened with me and Lincoln, and this is one of my favorite memories ever. So when Lincoln was going through that phase, do you remember when Lincoln had the mullet?
Yeah.
And he hadn't hit his height spurt? And so he was a little plump. I always used to refer to him. I say he looks like the toughest woman in prison because he had a mullet, but he had like a gut and he had some boobs.
Okay, but I'll tell you, the butterball turkey is succulent.
It
no
is
one wants a skinny butterball turkey.
No, Frank Perdue was sad to see it go. Okay,
Absolutely
he was
right.
sad to see Lincoln go. But he hit his growth spurt. He's like 6'5". He's in shape now. He's like an Adonis. But when he was a porker, okay.
He wasn't a porker.
He was a porker. I mean, I was a porker. I come from a long line of porkers. I'm not slandering the man by calling him one. I'm saying he's a part of this thing of ours.
Body
the
positivity.
Mafia? This thing of ours.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we used to go to Fred's Deli in Levittown, and Lincoln was, a bit of an ambitious snacker, okay, as were I. I mean, to be clear, the behavior I'm modeling.
I mean, I would assume when you're that age and you live on Long Island, you want to be a competitive eater.
Yeah, you do.
Like, there's a mystique to that.
You're surrounded by it, too.
Yeah.
It's a thing. So understand, I'm not modeling good behavior here, okay? I would go to Fred's Deli and I would get a Hungry Man, which is like a hero. It's 6 eggs, ham, bacon, sausage, home fries, and cheese. I would eat 2 of them.
Wow.
I would eat 2 of them.
Is this a sandwich?
Yes. It's a monstrosity.
That sounds incredible. Like, these are the moments where I really miss gluten.
And you
when
should.
people talk, because there's no way to construct something like that gluten-free where it would be delicious.
No,
but I know, like,
but I am a
pre-2010, I know exactly what
you know what it's all about.
Like.
And I'm a 700-pound man trapped in a 300-pound man's body. I mean, that's my eternal struggle. So anyway, I was a bit of an eater. But we went to Fred's Deli, okay? And Lincoln, okay, who got his bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel, also got a Yoo-hoo, also got a pack of Twinkies, and got a chocolate-covered Rice Krispie treat. And I was like, dude, Mommy's going to lose it. We can't. Well, blame it on Mommy, by the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Mommy,
yeah, she's the fat shamer.
I told her I got to police this thing.
Yeah, she's giving him Richard Simmons' deal a meal too soon. R.I.P.
You can't, R.I.P. You can't go, well, I think he's still alive. His name is Tim Waltz. He just changed his name. Richard Simmons is still with us. Yeah, oh, gosh.
Stab it right now.
The arms. So stick with me. So I told Lincoln just 2 of the 3. Just to help a brother out.
Yeah.
Get the Yoo-hoo and the Twinkie. Get the Yoo-hoo and the Krispy Treat were good. I want all 3. And under the auspices that I had gotten rid of one of them. I actually didn't. So it was weak parenting in the moment, okay? We walk a 5-year-old Lincoln out to the car at Fred's Deli. He assumes his item is not in the bag, slams the door. We get home to our house. Okay, he gets out of the car without talking to me once on the way home, slams the door, walks in the front door at our old house. Mommy's like, how was Fred's? She's like, it was the worst. Daddy wouldn't get me anything. And I held up the Rice Krispie treat, hit him once with it. He cried, and when I left the room, he ate the Rice Krispie treat in the fattest moment I've ever seen. But I was so happy for him that he still got his Rice Krispie treat. But at the same time, I've never, in any capacity, had to hit him again, which is good because I couldn't take him.
Yeah.
But it was about 5 when that happened. And I'm not saying like I beat him like it was a nightstick. I did that to Jenny. I was like, you raised this. I'm kidding. But the point is just that minimal interaction with a bad result is helpful.
Yeah.
And gentle parenting does fail. So the fact that, your daughter is joking about being pregnant and all that, and you'd welcome it is good. But the fact that every parent out there has some trepidation about...
Yeah, but I'd be weird about it. Like, I would wear, like, the pregnancy belly and then be like, oh, yeah, I can't believe I'm showing already.
Are you going to Pete Buttigieg, this grandkid?
Yeah, 1,000%. Then I show up with the newborn like, isn't it a miracle? Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm breastfeeding it. I'm putting on the... Remember he took those pictures? It's like, this is who's running the country.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're being led by gentle parents.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Don't go anywhere. More Kennedy Saves the World right after this.
That is the absolute problem. So there was a study that just came out that it's like 49% of millennials and Gen Zers use more than their vacation and sick time. Like every chance they get to take time off, they take it. Whereas Gen Xers are still like terrified they're going to be fired, even though it's like the best, most solid part of the workforce.
Yeah.
They're like Jenny.
Yeah.
They're like a little bit scared always.
She keeps going. You'll find a day where she shuts off her OnlyFans and tell me, because I'm with her all the time. It's on. It is on. I'm there, not there. It doesn't matter. Nose to the grindstone, that girl.
True. That's so not true. In fact, I texted Jenny a couple days ago because I needed to know how long to cook my cobbler.
Is that true?
Yep.
And that's not a euphemism.
Actually, that is a euphemism. Because I had pooped in a casserole dish, and I was going to show it on my OnlyFans.
Yeah, we've all been there.
It's called cooking the cobbler.
You gotta cook the cobbler. It's Labor Day. We're laboring.
We are.
Okay.
What kind of old guy do you think you'll be?
Ooh. This is interesting, okay? Because I never thought I would be one because I had a lot of like destructive habits in my 20s. But I think I have gotten mellow. So you know what old guy I want to be? And this is what I hope to achieve. I've always lived my life for the old man version that gets to tell stories in the backyard because I grew up around cops and my dad's friends would come over and get hammered. And if you stayed awake late enough to listen to them talk.
Hear the good ones.
Yeah, about the fights they got into and stuff.
Smartest thing a kid can do is just
absorb.
Shut up and they
Just
don't
absorb.
realize you're there.
Yes, absorb.
Yes, do not add anything. Don't be obnoxious. Just be quiet and blend in and you will hear everything.
Everything. And that's why I had heard, we had a buddy, his buddy Tommy Wenz. My dad hired a retired cop to put a dormer onto our house and he paid him in scotch. And it seemed like a good deal till the first...
This is the most famous story.
Yeah, it's the most Long Island story. He paid Tommy Wenz in Cutty Sark, whiskey or scotch, whatever the hell it is. And it was the greatest deal in the world till the first day it rained. And we had like 12 buckets in our living room. But anyway, after he was done constructing each day, he would drink his scotch and tell stories in my backyard. And he had told a story about, here's Labor Day for you. One time when he was a beat cop and he got jumped and a guy was hitting him with his own nightstick, he had to bite the guy's balls. And he remembered I was in the yard and I was aghast. And I never forget, he didn't laugh.
That's actually foreplay for cooking the cobbler.
He didn't laugh. He didn't apologize. He goes, hey, when the whistle blows, anything goes. And just kept talking. And it was just like, I'll never forget him saying that to me. When the whistle blows, anything goes.
What an incredible phrase. And I'm kind of shocked that you haven't it's like, I'm not taking the jersey off the rafters.
Yeah. I speak in sports
walks
metaphors.
as good as a hit.
No, I've always sat on that. And what I'm hoping to become is that oracle, that old man that gives a bunch of kids that piece of insight that they take forward.
Yeah.
That would be the goal.
Yeah.
What will I be? Probably a guy at a horse track with no money, giving handies in the parking lot.
Also no teeth. Twice as much.
Guaranteed no teeth. You get more money, as you say.
No, I want to be, I always see these old women in New York, and I find that the older I get, the more I dress up, which I thought it would be the opposite. Like, but I start out like really sloppy. Like, I came of age on MTV in like the grunge era, where it's like women look like they were fished out of a gutter, and like men's shorts, and it was like, oh my God, she's so hot, it's amazing. and so now I like to dress up, but I want to be one of those women with like, you know, is that the feds?
No, I
is that my parole officer?
It's my ankle bracelet. Continue. You want to be one of those women who what?
Why are you wearing my ankle bracelet as a ring? That's something to tell my parole officer. No, but like with the big glasses and the pearl choker and the Chanel accessories, like just rich and eccentric. That's not like Jocelyn Wildenstern, but like lots of nice.
Take taxis and call the guy driver. I had a woman who used to do that in my cab. Who wore elbow-length gloves. And she'd be like, driver, I'm going to 23rd Street.
Yes.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, be her.
Yeah.
Be her.
But I'm definitely going to be like smoking cigars and like, but really like super dressed up, overly accessorized, lots of really bright lipstick.
I was going to say, you're going to have the big lipstick on.
Yes, absolutely. Like turbans. And, but no cats.
I love this.
I hate cats. No offense. I know you've got two cats.
Very pro-cat.
I know.
I grew up in a cat house. Frisky was 24 with no meow box at the end. It was an old kung fu movie. She'd meow and no sound would come out. She'd just do that. And that was it. I was like, what up, Frisk? And that's all you got? But it was cute. She was 24. Yeah. So I get it. No cats for you. You get a dog. Maybe you grow
I'll get a dog. I'll have like
a,
I'll have a little teacup Frenchie. Just like, oh, yes, Mr. Belvedere. Get it?
Somebody told me in my taxi once that at sex clubs in New York, some of the people who frequent them still virtue signal there. And just like there was a guy getting walked around on a dog leash who made it a point to say he was a rescue. I'm like, all right, nobody cares. There's no virtue here. There's nothing.
Adopt, don't try. I'm not from a breeder.
So they're literally kicking the guy with the heel. It's a good, virtuous person here.
You know what that person is? A victim of gentle parenting.
We did it.
Full circle, Jim.
Off to the barbecue.
There we go. This off. Happy Labor Day. Oh, happy Labor Day to you. This has been Kennedy Saves the World along with Jimmy Fallon.
Bang.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app. Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.